It's different in the sense that it's not the same album. I guess I'm still the same person that made the album, but other than that, there's a lot of things that are different about it. Even though I still love most of the music that I was really into when I was making the first album, so I kept that and explored a lot of other areas as well. And I also learned a lot from my touring experience and from producing other music, so the production is better in my opinion, or at least different from the first album. I have many musical influences, and there are too many to just mention in an interview most of the time, but it ranges from electronic music from mostly the 70s, like early electronic music, to folk, acid folk, baroque or chamber pop, crowd rock. I'm really into slightly progressive stuff I'm also getting into, but it easily gets too progressive for me, so only certain elements of progressive rock I also enjoy. And cinematic music, I'm a really big fan of film music as well. I don't know, I guess I've always had a love for something very specific, and I always felt like it was a language that I had to express in my music as well, and I see some other artists doing that in a similar way, but often I can hear the differences quite well. So I'd say that I like exploring chord structures and melodies and changing the chords around the melodies again, and kind of experimenting with those things to see what it evokes in myself, and the way the songs take shape, and I change that per song. But I'm not sure if that's completely different from other artists. I guess it's just something that I notice myself doing. Well, my own style is apparently what people like, and I started doing the albums without having performed or without knowing what people really liked, and I just wanted to do something mainly for myself, and I did that for the second album as well. So for me, I didn't know that the second album would be successful at all. I didn't have any inclination of that, but now that it kept going and a lot of people came to the shows again, and it's going really well in Spain and in France and in Portugal again, so that all was a kind of a surprise to me, but I also didn't exclude it from being a possibility. So I'm happy to see that it's going relatively well, but I'm just keeping to my own style, I guess, and not really focusing on what people want me to do. There's one project that I can't say too much about, but I'll be playing bass in a band from Zambia, and stay tuned for more about that later. If you look at my Facebook page or something, there will be more about that probably later in the year, but it's still in a very early stage. But I will be spending time on that, and I will move to Lisbon actually to start a studio there and to also work on my own music and other projects that are around that area. And other artists that come from other countries or whatever. I'm more open for production work, I guess, in the next period, and also my own music. And I want to apply my music a bit more to other applications than just the stage, because I've been touring for 3.5 years now, almost, and I feel like the touring is taking away a lot of time from things that I find very interesting in the studio mostly. And I want to find ways of maybe doing that live as well, what I'm doing in the studio, or doing the studio work for other artists, and also applying the studio productions to other instances, maybe a movie or like a movie soundtrack or a video game or things like that I'm investigating now at this point. So. Un saludo, Transistor.